start talking, just try to break the tension, and then whoosh, you're off. My life is much like a roller coaster, as my introduction kind of gave you a hint to. When I was 4 years old, my parents decided that 2 children wasn't enough, so they decided to adopt a child. So, in the search, the first consideration that we had was a family of 7 Indian children who lost their parents. This was tragic. My parents went through the process and they decided to move on to a different option because 9 kids wasn't really exactly where they were going with that. A few months later, we filed adoption for my younger brother, and we had to drive to Louisiana from Florida to pick him up. On the way, my parents tried to prepare us for the new track our life would take. And so my parents explained to me that my new brother was half black and half white. So as a 4-year-old kid, I decided to draw a picture of my new little brother as a gift for him. So I drew a picture and I colored half the kid black and half the kid white, much to the amusement of all of the adults in my family. So we got there, and obviously that was not exactly how it worked out, but it really led to a very interesting time in my life and some very interesting ups and downs since we lived in an all-white neighborhood in the 1970s with a black child. And when I was 12, my mother decided that we were going to Boston. My father got a job at the military base up there, and so we packed everything we had into a U-Haul van and off we went. Being born and raised in Florida, I was not prepared for the snow. I had seen snow once in my life, and it was an interesting thing, but I'd gotten to leave shortly after I saw it. My parents moved us to Boston in November. So we lived through one of the harshest winters Boston had had in decades, which was very interesting. I learned how to make new friends, I learned how to deal with snow, and not as well as I should have in some cases. After that, one of the other tracks in my life that led me to a different area, I was married a little early, younger in life, and didn't really know my husband when we got married. We just met, we thought we were madly in love, and we were in love, but we didn't really know each other, and as we came to meet each other and introduce each other's habits and whatnot, we discovered that he didn't like to travel. He liked to be a homebody. This and many other things led to me being divorced before I was 30 years old. Once that happened, I wanted to decide to move on to a new location, since I'd been in Florida for a while at that point, and I'd been volunteering for a company in Washington. And I started to research Washington State, and I discovered it doesn't snow here quite as much as it snows in Boston. So I was like, okay, I can probably manage this. So I took about a year to plan to move here. 1 month before my planned move, I got a call from the company asking me to move out immediately and take a job. So everything lined up and off I went on my new roller coaster. I moved here, I had one of the most amazing jobs I've ever had. I was able to travel 10 weeks out of the year, which was phenomenal at that time in my life. And the market crashed, I was with a game company, and people stopped buying games. So unfortunately, I had to leave the company and get a normal job. So I ended up on a slower part of the track for a little while. Then I met my husband. Bill is a very interesting guy, and his dream has always been, since he was very young, to travel in an RV. My dream was the same. In 2002, we went and saw the new Cars movie that Pixar had just released, and we decided that we had to go and traverse Route 66. This was our new dream, our new goal. We had to do this, and we had to do it together. So we decided to take a 3-week road trip. Neither of us had taken vacations in a couple of years, so we had some backlog. And so the best way to get to a convention in Las Vegas, obviously, is through Amarillo, Texas. At least for me. So we headed out. We spent a week on Route 66 from Amarillo, Texas, which is the midway point, out to the coast in Santa Monica. Spent a week in Las Vegas, and then spent a week coming up the coast of California and Oregon. It was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. We got home and we discovered that not only had we survived in a two-door hatchback car together for that many miles, but we also didn't want to be home. So my husband's daughter graduated from college the next year. We sold the house and bought an RV and took off. We spent 3 years. We got through 38 states, which was the most amazing experience of my life. My bucket list started out very long. It got very, very short until I added lots of new things. This has really led me to a lot of different fun and exciting areas, just like a roller coaster. So I'm always looking for the next big opportunity, and I've learned so much through all of the twists and turns and ups and downs that life may throw you a corkscrew turn when you're not prepared for it, but there's always another fun part right around the corner. Click, click, click.
Let's give her a